Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to explain and practically show you how to set up auto-scaling Selenium Grid on Docker containers using Selenium. So let's get started. First of all, what exactly is the Selenium and how it is different from the normal way of setting up Selenium Grid on Docker? Let me explain. The normal way of setting up Selenium Grid on Docker, the count of the Docker containers is fixed, that is static. During the runtime, if there is a demand or need for our Selenium automation scripts to run on more Docker containers, the count cannot be changed. That's the drawback. But coming to Selenium, guys, Selenium will auto scale. That means it will increase the number of Docker containers during runtime based on the need of our Selenium automation scripts. So that's what is the Selenium all about. It auto scales, guys. Okay, based on the needs, it auto scales the Docker containers. So now you understood what is the main advantage of using Selenium compared to the normal way of setting up Selenium grid on Docker, right? So there are few more advantages apart from this main advantage of Selenium having Selenium. There's one. There are few more advantages, guys, that Selenium provides. That is, video recording option is there. Okay, after you run your automation scripts, you can watch your automation scripts in the video format. How the scripts got executed on the different Docker containers. You can watch the videos. That is one advantage. And second thing is live previews. Not only video, but also during live you can see like in which Docker container which scripts are getting executed. That we can see. Then we have a dashboard, guys, where we can get these videos and all those stuff. Okay, logs and lot of things are there on the dashboard, guys. Okay, apart from the video recordings. And also parallel execution, guys. Okay, when you perform parallel execution on the Selenium grid based on this needs or requirements of our Selenium automation scripts, as I already mentioned, Selenium will auto scale the Docker containers in number, right? They are not fixed in count. Now you understood the theory, guys, what Selenium is all about and how it is making the difference when compared to the normal way of setting up Selenium grid on Docker, right? But how to how to use Selenium? We need the practical stuff, right? So for that, guys, I'll start here. Okay. So to have the Selenium, first we have to download and install Docker in our machine. Okay, Docker is required. So Selenium also sets up this Selenium grid on Docker itself, but it auto scales. Okay. The normal setup also Selenium grid on Docker only, but Selenium also Selenium grid on Docker. But the thing is, it auto scales. That's what is the difference. Okay. But Selenium also needs Docker. So before I start downloading and installing Docker in my machine, there is a prerequisite for Docker also. That is, we have to enable this Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay. From our Windows, we should be able to run Linux related stuffs. Okay. This is a Windows operating system, right? How can we run Linux related stuff from the Windows? That's what is the problem, right? But there is a way. So in Windows, we can enable this Windows subsystem for Linux. Then we can start using the Linux related stuff from the Windows. Okay, that's what is the advantage. And if this is enabled, we can download and install Docker also. So let's get started of enabling this Windows subsystem for Linux in this Windows machine. Fine. So first, guys, to enable that Windows subsystem for Linux or to download or install Docker, we have several prerequisites here along with this enabling of WSL2. First prerequisite we need for this Docker software to download and install it on machine is our machine should be either Windows 10 or higher. Okay, let's see the version of my Windows. So I'll go to this Windows search and search for WinVer. When I search for WinVer here, I'll get this run command option. Click on that. You see, my Windows machine is Windows 11, which is way higher than Windows 10. So no problem. Either Windows 10 or higher we should have. Second thing is I should have at least 4 GB of RAM. How to check that? For that, guys, again Windows search for system information here, system information, and click on the system information app, and you'll get all the information of my machine here. I have around 8 GB, which is more than enough, right? 4 GB is minimum. I have 8 GB, so we can go with this. Third prerequisite for downloading and install Docker in my machine is BIOS level virtualization should be enabled. So for that, guys, I have to click on this Windows search and search for Task Manager here. Let me open this Task Manager app. The Task Manager app has opened here. Let's click on this Performance tab, and here we have a label known as virtualization, which is in enabled state. So it's enabled. Okay, BIOS level virtualization is enabled. Three prerequisites are not satisfied for downloading and installing Docker in my machine. The fourth important prerequisite, guys, I was telling you, right? We should enable this Windows subsystem for Linux. so that you can run Linux related stuff from the Windows operating system. So further guys, to enable that, these are the steps I have to follow. First I have to Windows search for this term, turn Windows feature on or off. Okay, just go to the Windows search and say Windows, turn Windows features on or off. Okay, type this one and select this control panel option. You'll get this dialog Windows features option with a lot of options you'll get. And scroll down here guys, the bottom, from bottom if you see, last but second, okay, last but third, here we have Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, this option should be in selected state. Okay, in your machine, if this option is not selected, select it. Okay, otherwise you will not be able to download and install Docker. Okay, so we have to select this option. Windows subsystem for Linux need to be enabled here. Also, along with this guys, there's one more option here, virtual machine platform. Also select this option. Two options we have to select. Windows subsystem for Linux, select it. Virtual machine platform, select it and say OK. And immediately restart your machine guys. Okay, in my machine, they're already in selected state. I'm not restarting, but in your case, after selecting these options, Windows subsystem for Linux and virtual machine platform options, immediately restart your machine. Now, after you restart your machine, let's go to this step 2. Okay. So, step 2 at this particular link, guys. Okay. How to get this link? Okay. To get this link, guys, you can simply type Windows WSL install manual. Okay. Windows WSL install manual. If you Google search here, you'll get that link, guys. You'll get this link when you Google search like this. And this is a link from docs.microsoft.com, WSL install. Click on that. You see Windows WSL install manual. Directly jump onto the step 2, guys. Okay. Directly jump onto the step 2 here. And here, you see, if your machine is having 64-bit, okay, Windows 64-bit or something, then you should verify whether the build version or number of your Windows is higher than this or same as this. Okay, same or higher than this should be there. Build 1830 18362 is the number here. So how to check my Windows build number? Further guys, I'll say winvar again. Open this command prompt. Again Windows 11 will come. And here you see build number is there, 22,000 is there, which is higher than 18362. So no problem. This one is also satisfied. Okay, step 2 is completed guys. Now scroll down. Now so this one you don't have to do anything guys. Okay, directly go to step 4. After step 2, go to the step 4. After step 2, directly go to the step 4. Okay, when you go to the step 4 guys, here you need to download this update. Okay, WSL2 Linux kernel update package for 64-bit machines. Okay, this link you have to click. The software will be downloaded, you have to install. Okay, just click on this link on the step 4 and the .msi file for this WSL2 Linux kernel update is getting downloaded. Okay, by default Windows machine will not have this update, so you have to manually download from here and double click and install. Okay, it will not take much time guys. Only for downloading it takes time, but for installing it will take very less time. Okay, let me pass and resume this once it is downloaded. As you can see, it got successfully downloaded here. Let me double click on this. You see it will be completed guys. I don't have to do anything, just click on the finish. Done. Okay, the downloading of the Linux kernel update package for Windows machine is done. Now scroll down and go to this step 5. Copy this command guys. Copy this command and we have to run this command in the PowerShell of the Windows. Okay, how to get the PowerShell? Windows search and type PowerShell here. Whatever the command you copied from here, whatever the command I copied from here, that I will. Okay, it's loading. PowerShell is loading guys still. So let me close and launch it again. PowerShell. PowerShell. Open this PowerShell and see whether, yeah, it has launched properly this time. I'll copy this command and right click. The command will be pasted. Just run it. That's it. Okay. Operation completed successfully. Done guys. Step 5 is also done. Now go to the step 6. Now to check whether this WSL is enabled on your Windows machine and you can use the Linux operating system related stuff from the Windows. For that, I need to install any of these Linux distributions of choice, Linux operating system types of choice. Either I can go with Ubuntu or any of these things, guys. I will go with this Debian, guys. Okay, Debian. Just randomly select one thing. Just click on that. So why we are downloading this one is to cross check whether we will be able to use Linux related stuff on the Windows. Okay, if you are able to use means that WSL2 is enabled. So guys, during this prerequisites, guys, before actually installing and all, just restart again. Okay, just restart your machine again. That is after installing this update, right? After installing, especially after installing this Linux kernel update package, right? Step 4, you better restart your machine once again. Okay, and then better to restart multiple times. After step 4, after step 5 also you restart your machine, and then only you install this whatever the Linux distribution type, like Debian or whatever the random you want to choose. Click on get. It is asking whether to take you to the Microsoft Store. Say open Microsoft Store, no problem. In a while, the Microsoft Store will load. Let's wait. So the Microsoft Store for this Debian has been loaded. You can choose anything, guys. Not only this Debian distribution of Linux, but any distribution of Linux is fine. Click on get, guys. It will be downloaded and installed. Okay. In a while. Let me pause and resume the video. It's now downloading. Now it has installed, and it is giving us an option like open option. Just select this open. In a while, you will get this dialog from Debian, guys. Okay. The Debian dialog will come. Whatever the distribution you have installed, that dialog you will get. It will take some time, guys, and it will ask you for some username and password. So give some username, guys. I'll give my name and last name as a username, and password as some sample password 12345. Just press enter. Again, it will ask for the password. Again 12345. Done. Password updated successfully. Now I can use this Debian distribution from Windows. So WSL2 is enabled. This proves that since it's giving me the control of this Linux distribution type, that is Debian, right? Here I can run the Linux commands if I want. Okay, if I want to run the Linux commands, I can run from here. So since it is giving this thing, that means WSL2 is definitely enabled. And now we are in a state where we can download and install Docker without any problem. Okay, this all the prerequisites are met now, right? Only thing that is left is we have to download Docker. So further, guys, open the new tab and say download Docker. Search for this download Docker. Search results you will get Docker desktop for Mac and Windows from docker.com. Click on this. It will take you to this page where download for Windows will come because my machine is Windows. So let me click on this download for Windows. It will download the exe file for the Docker desktop for Windows. Let's wait until this exe file gets downloaded. Let me pause and resume the video once the software is downloaded. As you can see, this software has been downloaded. Let me double click on this to install. So in a while, I got this user access control dialog. I'm just selecting yes. And I'm getting this installing Docker wizard. So it's now downloading, guys. It's downloading the packages. Let me pause and resume the videos when required. Okay, so here we got this install required. This one is enabled now, and add shortcuts to desktop. I don't want the shortcut on the desktop. If you want, you can keep it, guys. Say okay. I'll just use the Windows search to get that. Okay, that's why I'm not selecting shortcut on the desktop. So it's unpacking the files. It will take some time. Let me pause and resume the video once unpacking is done. Now it started installing, guys. It has now successfully installed. Let me close this. Okay, we are done with the downloading and installing of the Docker on this machine. That's the first thing we have to do. So guys, let's launch the Docker. Okay, let's launch the Docker. We have now downloaded and installed, right? With default settings, we downloaded and installed. Now let's launch the Docker. For that, I'll click on this Windows search and search for Docker. Then I'll get this Docker desktop app. Just click on that. It will launch. So it may ask for the license agreement, guys. So it will take some time to launch. Let's wait. It's taking time. You see Docker option came here, but it has not come here. It's loading, guys. It will come. Okay. Let's wait. You see, I got the license agreement. Accept the license agreement and say accept. Done. And now it will launch. Okay. Now the Docker will launch after accepting the license agreement. So when it launches, guys, it will try to start the Docker engine. You'll see that in action anyhow. Let it launch now. You see it's launching. Just click on that. It's starting the Docker engine as I mentioned, right? So before it starts the Docker engine, we cannot select any of these options, guys, either containers or images. We cannot select here and see those options on the screen. So we have to wait until this Docker engine starts. Let's wait for the Docker engine to start here. Let me click on these options, but nothing will happen until the Docker engine starts anyhow. Okay, it's taking time, some more time. Fine, that's okay. You see, the Docker engine started, and now we are able to select these options, right? After the Docker engine starts, here we can select the containers and all, and also you'll get this kind of tutorial kind of stuff. You can skip the tutorial, guys, not required. So now when you select this containers apps on this Docker, right, it says that there are no Docker containers currently running in this machine. And when you select these images, guys, there are no existing or downloaded Docker images in this machine. So it's also blank, containers also blank, Docker images also blank. Okay, fine. Now let's move on, guys. I have launched the Docker in my Windows machine. That's fine. Next thing is, so we should have this Docker knowledge, guys. Okay, there are a few commands in Docker, like how to work with Docker and all those stuff. How to download the Docker images, how to create the Docker containers using the Docker images. Okay, this I already explained as part of other videos on the Docker, guys. Okay, so you can watch those videos on Docker of mine. But guys, here in this session also I'll give you some basic knowledge of Docker. Docker knowledge I'll give based on the requirement I'll give. Okay, but if you want any serious knowledge on Docker, go and watch my other videos on Docker. Okay, but for this Selenium purpose, if you want to gain the knowledge on Docker, no need to go there. I'll explain everything here itself. Okay, so some basic knowledge of Docker is required that you will get in during this session anyhow. And also you should have some Selenium Grid knowledge also. Okay, what is Selenium Grid? What is Hub? What is Node? Okay, all those stuff you should have some basic knowledge. Okay, if you don't have this basic knowledge of Selenium Grid, go and watch my videos on Selenium Grid. Fine, and come back here. But that is not much required for Selenium. As part of this understanding, you can still go through this, and later you can go through and watch other videos on Docker knowledge and Selenium Grid knowledge of mine. Okay, fine. Anyhow, keeping that apart, now let's set up this Selenium. Okay, Docker is now installed, so now we can set up Selenium. How to set up Selenium? So to set up Selenium, guys, let's go to the official website of Selenium, guys. Simply Google search for Selenium here. Just Google search for Selenium. It will take you to the official website of Selenium. You see opensource.zalando.com. This is the official website of Selenium. Click on this. So you see, it says that scalable container based Selenium grid. Okay, flexible and scalable. That's what is the main advantage of Selenium, right? I already explained in the theory anyhow. Along with that, you get the video recording, live preview, dashboard, and many other stuff. Okay, that's what is Selenium all about. So currently, guys, the Selenium grid supports two browsers. One is Chrome and Firefox. Okay, if you want to experiment or use Selenium in your local machine, then only two browsers it is supporting. Okay, what are the two browsers? I'll tell you. So where is that? Okay, so if you need different browsers, you have to go for this. Okay, for now it supports only Firefox and Chrome. You see, Selenium by default supports Firefox and Chrome in your local machine. That is on Docker containers. Will have only Firefox Docker container and Chrome Docker container. Okay, when you set up the Selenium grid on Docker using Selenium, right? Only Docker containers will belong to the Firefox and Chrome. Other browsers, if you want, you have to connect to the cloud platforms. Okay, that is out of topic for this session anyhow. So Selenium only supports Firefox and Chrome for now. Maybe in the coming days they may support more browsers also. For now, Selenium supports Firefox and Chrome in local machine. But if you want other browsers, there is no exemption, guys. You can go for the cloud platforms like SaaS Labs and all those stuff. Okay, fine. Then Selenium works on the Docker. We already installed Docker, right? Okay, why did we install Docker? Without Docker, we cannot use Selenium. Okay, without Docker, we cannot use Selenium. Either we should have Docker or we should have Kubernetes in our machine. Okay, Selenium works on a lot of platforms, guys. Not only Docker, but not only Kubernetes. There's something like Docker Swarm. Okay, many things are there. It will work. But for this session, guys, I have installed Docker so that I can demonstrate how Selenium works on the top of Docker. You can also get Kubernetes and also get Selenium work on the Kubernetes also. But for this session, I'm using Docker. Okay, I'm going to set up Selenium grid on Docker using Selenium. You can also set up Selenium grid on Kubernetes using Selenium, but in this session, I'm going with Docker, guys. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Fine, anyhow, let's scroll down. Let's scroll down, and what we have to do. First thing is that let's not go into more theory, guys. That basic is enough. So what I want to do is I want to get this Selenium in my machine. I want to get this Selenium. Okay, further, guys, scroll down until you see these commands. Okay, this box you see, either this box or this box. You can see, you can take either you can take this box or this box. Any commands. Okay, any one of the commands. You just follow blindly these commands or follow these commands. Anything is fine. but I'll go with this first box because it includes everything. So first command is docker pull. Okay, docker pull ilagu / selenium. Okay, this one I have to get the selenium. I have to run this command. Okay, so I'll open the command prompt cmd and right click here. This command got pasted here. If I press enter here, the docker image for this ilagu selenium will be downloaded. Okay, docker pull. So if you don't know the basics of docker, guys, this command docker pull command will download the docker image. Here earlier, guys, if you when you launch a docker here under the images, there are no docker images, right? Downloaded docker images are not there, but now using this command you are downloading the docker image for ilagu selenium. So after the download is completed, we can see that there is a docker image here. I'll show you. For now, guys, as this process takes time, let me pause and resume this video once the download is completed. As you can see here, the docker image for ilagu selenium has been now successfully downloaded. You can come here to this docker ui, and in the images you see ilagu selenium docker image is available. Okay, but using this image you have to run the containers, guys. I don't have to run the containers manually here. I'll show you how to run these containers of ilagu selenium and all the stuff. Okay, for now only docker images for this ilagu selenium got downloaded. What is the next step then? After downloading this docker image for ilagu selenium, we have to download the docker image for one more thing, that is docel Zalenium. Okay, docker image for Zalenium we have to download from docel. For that, copy this command and go to the command prompt again here. Right click here and run this. The docker image for this docel Zalenium will be now downloaded. Zalenium docker image will be downloaded. So the download will start now. You see, download started. It started downloading. I'll pause and resume this video once the download is complete. As you can see here, the docker image for the Zalenium also got downloaded. The next step is to run this command, guys. We have to run this command. Okay, to start the Zalenium and all, we have for now, guys, here only two docker images are there, but if you go to the containers, no docker containers are right now running. But using this docker images, if you have to run the containers, then this is the command. Okay, this is the command we have to trigger in the command prompt here. So before I run this command, guys, I'll copy this command and copy this command and go to this new tab and paste it here. And here, whatever the backward slashes are there, I will remove them first. Okay, these backward slashes will not run in the command prompt, so I have to remove them before running. So here, let me remove all the backward slashes. So this statement doesn't, this command doesn't have any more backward slashes. I'll copy this command, guys. Come back here and say right click here. The command got copied without backward slashes. Now run this. Zalenium will start, guys. This is the command for starting the Zalenium, and you will see some containers running in a while. Okay. Here you see some containers already came. Okay, Zalenium container is now running, guys. Right. So it was very fast. It was very fast. So it's actually, you see, it's doing some more things. Let's wait. Zalenium is now ready. It's saying. So any other things left out, I'm just checking. Zalenium is now up and running. Here we can see here, guys, we not only have the Docker images, but also using these Docker images, we are now running the Docker containers. You see, 3 Docker containers came. Earlier only one was there, now 3 came. So, so most probably one will be like, the general Selenium container, and two will be like node containers. Okay. This is like Selenium grid on Docker, right? So fine. Fine. Next thing, after you start that thing, okay, at the end you can stop the Selenium like this, guys, but I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to run this command because it will stop this container. Okay, it will stop the Selenium. At this moment Selenium is running. Let that keep running. Once the Selenium is running on the Docker and all, okay, so here we have few links, guys. Okay, so we can, I told you in the beginning, right, beginning of this session, where like we can see the live previews, video recordings, dashboard, and all those options are there, right? So here are the links, guys, for them. So here below these commands, you see grid console. You can open this grid console, guys. You see, you can see the grid console. So here there are two nodes. Okay, two nodes are there at this moment, and they have the capability of this Firefox and Chrome. As I mentioned right in the beginning, Selenium only supports Chrome and Firefox in the local machine. If you want more browsers, you have to connect that to the cloud platforms like SaaS Labs, etc. Okay, in local machines only Firefox and Chrome. So that's why here two nodes are there. Two nodes have the capability of this Firefox and Chrome. Okay. Now there is one more link for dashboard, guys. Click on the dashboard. Just click on this dashboard, guys. So here is the dashboard, guys. We got this dashboard here. Okay, here is the dashboard we got. Let me open this again. Just click on this dashboard, it will open. So at this moment, there is nothing in the dashboard. Once your scripts, Selenium automation scripts run on this Zalenium, right? Then on the Zalenium dashboard, you will get some kind of items you will get where you can watch the videos and all those stuff. Okay, you can watch the videos of the execution of the scripts on the Docker containers. Everything you can see here, guys. But at this moment, this dashboard is blank. But this will get occupied once the automation scripts got run on the Zalenium. Okay. So next thing we have here is scroll down, guys. Scroll down for few more links. Don't worry about any other stuff here. This is more advanced stuff. You don't have to go there now. Keep on scrolling until you see a link here. Let me keep scrolling. Okay, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. You see a section of live preview came. So here, guys, there are some links for live preview. So this link, you just click on this, guys. Okay, just click on this link. Is another kind of link that you can use, guys, where you can watch the uh, Docker containers on live. Okay, on Selenium is taking care of this Docker containers, guys. And you see at this moment in this Docker containers, nothing is running. Okay, so we can see the Docker containers. Okay, they are like lightweight virtual machines. Okay, so when you run your automation scripts, Selenium automation scripts, right, you can see those Selenium automation scripts running here. Okay, so this is what is live, and this is a dashboard. This is a grid console. Fine. So I think that's it. Let's move on to the next few things. So fine. Now the time has come for us to run our Selenium automation scripts on Selenium. Okay. So how to run our Selenium automation scripts on Selenium? So anyhow, only Firefox and Chrome, right? Because here you see as clearly mentioning only Firefox and Chrome are allowed. So I'll be writing out my Selenium automation script for Firefox and Chrome only. Okay. So fine. So for that, guys, I'll open this Eclipse IDE and I'll start from scratch, guys. So I'll create file new. I'll say project. I'll create a Maven project, guys. Select this Maven project. From scratch, I'm creating the project and I'll create the automation scripts also. Just click on next and here say types Maven hyphen archetypes hyphen quick start archetype hyphen quick start. Yes, quick start. I need to get this archetype from Apache Maven quick start archetype 1.4 version. Click on next. Here give the project demo project. I'll give some name, guys. Okay, so Zalenium, right? Demo project for Zalenium. And here I'll say dpfz some dpack. Just give some random values into group ID and package name. This one is a project name anyhow. You have to give that carefully. Click on finish, guys. Once you click on the finish up top, the Maven project with this given name will be created here. Once it is loaded, expand this. Expand all this stuff. And under src Java, you have this package, guys. Okay. So what I will do is I'll delete this package which came by default. Okay. Now here under this, I'll create a package known as test package. Under this test package, I'll create a class known as one class one, and I'll give the, so here I'll click on finish, guys. I'll click on the finish. And here I'll start creating the automation scripts. First, I'll create a method, public void, test on Chrome. Okay, I'll say test on Chrome. Some random method I'm giving, and I'll provide this test ng annotations here. At the rate test, import this test ng annotation from test ng. But here, this project is not configured with test ng. I'll go to the pom.xml file and add the dependency tags for the test ng. So here JUnit is there, but not test ng is not there. I don't want JUnit. I'll remove the JUnit, guys, from this. Now save this and I'll go to this website, that is MVN repository website. I'll go mvnrepository.com and search for testng here. Once I search for testng, in the search results, I'll get testng. So see a lot of things came here. So go to testng. Copy, just click on this latest version of TestNG. It's slow, it's loading slow. That's okay, guys. Because a lot of things are running in my machine. Things become slow because fine. Okay, this is the page. Copy the dependency tags. Come back here and paste the dependency tags of TestNG in this form.xml file of this project. Now save this. Now come to one.java and hover the mouse on @test. You can now import test from TestNG. Now save this once. Yes. Now create few more methods. Public void setup method and another method also I'll create. Public void tear down. Another method is tear down. So on the top of setup, I'll say before method. Import this annotation from TestNG, and here after method I'll give. Also import this annotation from TestNG. Then after that, here I'll write the script. Have to initialize the browser, guys. So for initializing the browser, I'll write some script here. Desired capabilities. DC is equal to new desired capabilities for the mouse. Import. I cannot import these desired cables because desired capabilities belong to Selenium, guys. So this project is not configured yet with Selenium. In the pom.xml file, only TestNG is there. Again, go to the MVN repository and get Selenium Java. Once you search for the Selenium Java in the search results, you will get the Selenium Java. Click on that link, and in this page, go with the latest version. That is 4.1.1 as per today's date. Copy this. You can take the latest version in your time zone. So now paste that. So here is 4.1.1 of Selenium Java configuring with this project. After that, go back to the one.java and hover the mouse on desired capabilities. If not coming, again give it some time and again hover. In a while, you will get the import desired capabilities. Okay, you have imported the desired capabilities. Now DC dot. Okay, so this is Chrome, right? I'll say set browser name as Chrome. I'll say Chrome. Fine. Or else, guys, before going for TestNG, to make these things easy for you, I'll create a public static void main method. Okay, main. Otherwise, I have a shortcut, guys. Main control space create the main method. So instead of using TestNG, right, I'll go with this normal main method. Otherwise, to just to make the things simple, okay, to show you how the scripts are running on the Selenium. So for that, again, I'll write the script desired capabilities. DC is equal to new desired capabilities. Import this desired capabilities from Selenium and say DC dot set browser name. And here we have the browser name as Chrome, guys. So now here I'll write the code WebDriver. Driver is equal to, I need to create an object for the remote WebDriver, guys. Remote WebDriver. For the scripts to run on the Docker containers, we have to create an object for the remote WebDriver only. Okay. Hover the mouse on this WebDriver and import this WebDriver interface from Selenium. And also hover the mouse on this remote WebDriver and import this remote WebDriver class from Selenium. Now here put a comma, and as a second argument provide this desired capabilities, which is now set to the Chrome browser. And in the first place, give new URL like this. Hover the mouse, import this URL from java.net. Okay, here provide double quotes. Inside the URL, just give double quotes, guys. And inside the double quotes, type http colon double slash local host colon 4444 slash wd webdriver slash hub. Okay, total URL you have to give till hub you have to give, guys. Okay, for Selenium Grid up to here is fine, but for Zalenium, guys, you have to give up to here. Okay, up to hub you have to give. So hover the mouse and say add throws declaration. Done. Now here driver dot manage dot window dot maximize and driver dot get. So I have to give the URL of the application that I want to open. So I'll take the sample URL, guys, a very simple URL, Internet Heroku. Click on this. this sample application URL I am taking, pasting it here. So after opening this application URL on the Docker container of Chrome, I want to get the title of this page printed. For that, system.out.println, I'll simply say driver.get title. That's it. Okay. After that, I'll quit the browser, guys. Driver.quit. That's it. Nothing much. Okay. I'll quit the browser. So this is a script, guys. This is a script for the Chrome, but this script is not going to work. I'll tell you why. There's a problem. I'll tell you in the script there is a problem. Once I get the problem, I'll resolve that. Okay. Now run the script. Right click, run as Java application. This automation script of Selenium should run on Zalenium. Okay. Just see this videos, guys, live preview and all those stuff. Just go to the live preview and see anything is happening. It will not happen because you are going to get a problem, right? So here you are going to get a problem in a while. So the script is not going to run most probably. If it runs, that's okay. But if it doesn't run, I'm going to give you the solution, guys. Okay. So it's taking some time. Let's wait, guys. Let's wait for some more time. You see, already you got the problem. Session not created exception is coming, right? There's an exception coming here, session not created exception. So the problem here is when you get such kind of exception, guys, here Chrome is not working, guys. Simple terms is Chrome is not working. I have a workaround for Chrome. So before I go to the workaround, I will go with this Firefox now. Okay. If I give Firefox here, it's going to work. Okay. If I give instead of Chrome, if I give Firefox, it's going to work, guys. With Chrome, I have a workaround. I'll tell you. If I run this Firefox now, this time it will work. Okay. This time this setup will work for Firefox. Go here. Just refresh once, guys. Better. Just watch this live to see if any scripts are running or not. These are the live containers, guys. Whatever you are seeing on the page, you see Firefox browser has launched, right? The script is running. You see, it's you can see on one of the live container, like maximize the browser window. It's opening the whatever the application URL I gave, Internet Heroku. I will get the title of this page and it will close the browser. You see, it's happening here, right? So this is what is a live container feature, guys. That is there in Selenium, and the script got executed. But for Chrome, it's not working, right? For Firefox, it's working. For Chrome, it's not working. If I put Chrome here, it will not work. But I want this particular thing to run on the Chrome also. So what I would do? For that, guys, I should not give this desired capabilities here. Okay. So I'll comment this out. For Chrome, desired capabilities are not working. So there is a workaround. You have to create an object for the Chrome options. Chrome options, Chrome options is equal to new Chrome options. Instead of creating an object for the object reference for the desired capabilities, I have to create the object reference for the Chrome options class of Selenium. And now using this Chrome options, I have to say add arguments. And here I need to provide some arguments. I'll tell you what arguments you have to provide. Hyphen hyphen. Here we have these arguments, guys. Hyphen hyphen disable hyphen dev hyphen shm usage. Okay. Hyphen hyphen disable dev shm hyphen usage. If you give this one, then it's going to work, guys. But before that, guys, you have to copy this Chrome options which have been set to this particular disabling arguments of the shm usage. Right? You have to replace this DC with Chrome options. Now things will work. Okay. Now run the script. This time you will see on the Chrome browser also the scripts will be running on the Chrome browser. Okay. Just watch the live containers again. Just refresh again just beforehand. Just watch the containers. It should run now the Chrome. Okay. It should run the automation script. Same automation script that was running on the Firefox should now run on the Chrome. You see, this is the Chrome browser, not Firefox browser. And you can click on this, guys. Okay, just click on this. You can see in full screen, and you can even interact also. Okay, so it was very fast, guys. Okay, so I'm not able to show you, but you can actually see in full screen. That's okay. Fine. Let me run it again. This time we'll see in full screen. I'm just clicking on a full screen. Let's see whether it will come here or not. It's disconnecting actually. You see, in full screen, we are able to see the script running, automation script running on the Docker container. So this is one of the Docker container guys on the Zalenium. You see Zalenium background is there. Fine. So this is what is a live preview feature, and okay, this is what is a live preview feature. So I showed you how to run your Selenium automation scripts on Docker container for Chrome and Docker container for Firefox also separately. But now let's do something. Let's run multiple automation scripts. Okay, not just one script, but multiple scripts. So for that, guys, I'll do one thing. I'll just instead of creating the main method here, okay. So here, instead of creating the main method, what I will do is I'll create a test-ng method. Okay, public void test one on Chrome, test one on Chrome at the rate test. Import this test annotation from test-ng. After that, just create some two more methods. Public void setup. I'll just create some cross-browser scripts for Chrome and Firefox. Multiple files I will create. So here, not at the rate test, at the rate before method, guys. Import this before method from test-ng. Now here, for Chrome, right, I have tried the scripts, right? For Chrome, this should be the case, right? For Chrome, this should be the case. So I'll write this Chrome here. Chrome, remote web driver, and all those stuff up to maximize, I'll write here. Now remove this portion. For Chrome, this is the code. Ignore the exception. Now here, this script you write in the test method. Driver.get, open the application URL, and thereafter get the title of the page and print. After that, this driver.quit you write inside the another method, that is after method. Public void tear down. Here you write at the rate after method of test-ng. Import this from test-ng, and here you write the script. Now remove this main method. This is not required now. But here driver, it's coming the problem because here the driver is created inside, right? I'll just make it global. Just driver, make it public, guys. Make it public. Public web driver, and here say driver is equal to. Now save this. Done. This portion is done. One script is now ready. Similarly, I'll create one more script. I'll say right click new. Two, I'll say. Here click on finish. I'll copy the same contents, but I'll just modify something. Copy them and paste into the 2.java. And but here I'll just name it as test 2 on Firefox. Test 2 on Firefox. So yes. So here, instead of saying this Chrome, I'll say desired capabilities. For Firefox, desired capabilities is working right already. DC is equal to new desired capabilities. Import this desired change to. I'm just giving some spelling mistakes, so just converting that again. Change to. Then it's working fine. Then DC dot set browser name. I have set that to Firefox, guys. Firefox, done. This desired capability you place in place of the Chrome options. Okay, that's what is the change. Done. This script will now run on the Firefox browser. So 1.java will run on the Chrome browser, 2.java will run on the Firefox browser. Now, just instead of creating many more, what I will do is simply I'll copy paste this, guys. Okay, Control C, Control V. Here I'll say 1, 2. Here I'll say 2, 2. Okay, Control C, Control V. 2, 2. Now we have 4. 4 we have. Fine. So by default, guys, this Selenium will create only 2 node containers. Okay, if you see here, containers, only one Selenium is the 2 nodes are there. Okay, these are the 2 nodes. Only 2 nodes are there. But as I was telling you in the beginning, right, Selenium will scale up. If your automation scripts need more, okay, if your automation scripts need more Docker containers, Selenium will auto scale them during the runtime, right? That I will show you in a while. But before that, here I have 4 automation scripts, right? 4 scripts are there. If I run them in a normal way, I don't want to run them individually, guys. I want to run them as a batch, as a group. I want to run 4 scripts. I want to run as a group. What will happen? Let's see. After that, I will show you how to scale up the containers also. I'll show you how Zalenium scales up the containers also. I'll show you at the end. So here, guys, to run all these things, I have to right click on this project and select test.ng and say convert to test.ng. Here, all this with all these files, I'll get this. Click on finish. Now open this test.ng.xml file, guys. You see 4 tests are there. Now let's run them. Right click, run as test.ng suite. All the scripts will run on, all these 4 scripts will run on the Docker. Just refresh this once. You see 2 live containers are there now at this moment. Okay. Let's see how the scripts will be running. How my scripts will be running. Let's see. Chrome and Firefox scripts, 4 are there. 2 Chrome, 2 Firefox. Okay. 2 scripts should run on the Chrome. You see this one is for Firefox, it seems. This is for Firefox. One script is running, guys. Only one script is running at this moment. Okay. That is on the Firefox. Let's wait for this to finish. 4 scripts has to run. Let's see how they are running. Only 2 containers are there, right? There are 2 containers. By default, Zalenium is coming with 2 containers. In that, one of the container is getting occupied. One script already got executed. Now in another container, the Chrome related stuff is running. Chrome test is running. Second test is running on the second container. That is also done. Now third test. Let's see on which container the third test will run. It's disconnecting. Let me refresh, guys. Whenever it says disconnecting, just refresh. Okay. No containers are there actually. So only 2. What about the third and fourth? Not running. Now it detected, guys. Now refresh again. You will see a container. Third one got executed, guys. Okay. So maybe fourth one also may have got executed. We don't know. 3 got completed. Last one is left. You see it's occupied. Let's see whether the fourth test is running or not on this container. Looks like all the 4 scripts got run. Okay. Though we are unable to watch all the things live because happening one by one, and by the time the containers are getting expired, that's okay. So you see here only 2 containers are given by Zalenium by default. And now when does our automation script demand for more containers? The only simple answer for that question is during parallel execution, right? When you run all these 4 scripts parallelly, then Selenium will require more Docker containers. By default, Selenium is coming with 2. If I run all the scripts parallelly, then it may require more containers. So what I will do here is thread count is 5, guys. Let that be like that only. And here I'll simply say the test engine, I'll say parallel is equal to classes. Now if I run this test.xml file, this time these 4 scripts will run in parallel mode, and that's the reason Selenium will require more containers to run more scripts at a time. Selenium will require more Docker containers. Let's see whether that will happen or not. I'll say right click on test.xml file. I'm running parallelly the scripts on Docker containers of Selenium now. Let's see. Just keep refreshing, guys. Just keep refreshing to see how many containers are being created. Only 2 we can see at this moment. Let the scripts run. You see script started running. This one is occupied. This one is occupied. Okay, I cannot show you actually. Let's see here. You see here many containers are coming, but I'm unable to show you on the live screen, guys. But here, can you see how many containers are being created based on our requirement, right? Here only two were there. Now based on the requirement, the Selenium is scaling up the number of containers, right? Selenium is scaling up the number of containers from 2 to 3 or 4. Okay, but here I'm not able to show you on the live. You see, one more container came. One more container came, right? So this is what is Selenium all about, guys. It scales up the number of containers based on the requirement. It scales up the number of the containers. Hope you have seen one of the extra container in it. It has only two containers, but when the requirement comes, it has creating more containers, right? That's what is Selenium all about, guys. And on the top of that, guys, you have this live watch on Selenium, right? Let's see whether all our scripts got executed. Yes, all our scripts got executed. That's fine. The parallel mode, that's great. And live preview, you understood. And also you have seen that how it's auto scaling the containers during the runtime. And also, guys, now dashboard is full of lot of stuff is there. Earlier dashboard was empty. Now as you can see, right, you see when you click on that, the video recording is there, how the script got executed on this particular container. The video recording is there, and you can even download this recording, guys, if you want. Download this recording into your machine if you want. Okay, the video will get downloaded here. So on Chrome, how the script got executed, the video is there. Just run this. Nothing is there here. Here you see Firefox. Here Chrome, it's running. The scripts are very fast anyhow, because the, you see, the video recording is there. You can even see the logs, guys. You can see the Selenium logs, what happened and all those stuff. Browser logs you can see. Okay, a lot of things are possible in this dashboard. And you see total 12 tests so far. You can clean up, reset if you want. Okay, so that's one thing. And grid console we have already seen. So that's all, guys. That's what is Selenium all about. It auto scales the Selenium grid Docker containers based on the need or requirement of the Selenium automation scripts. When your Selenium automation scripts during the runtime need more Docker containers, Selenium will automatically auto scale them. Okay, create more Docker containers and reduce them also, guys. Not only scaling up, but also if it is not required, it will scale down also. Okay, that's also there. Okay, when only when required it will scale up, otherwise it will scale down. So this is all about the Selenium, guys. Now to stop the Selenium, guys. So this, if you close this command prompt, guys, automatically Selenium will go down. Okay, if you simply click on this close, Selenium will go down. All these containers will go off. Okay, at this moment you can see some 3 containers, right? These containers will go off if you are not running this here. This command prompt is not open means the containers will stop and stop from running. That's one thing. So other way to stop the Selenium containers is there was a command, right? If you see in the beginning, if you go to the official website of Selenium here, let's go to the official website of Selenium, and here there were some commands. If you can see, uh, where were the commands? We came very bottom. Let's go to the top. Scroll down from here. You see Docker stop Selenium. So I'll open another command prompt, cmd, and here I'll type run this command, that is Docker stop Selenium. Docker stop Selenium. Run this. Okay, it will stop the Selenium. Let's see. Before stopping, the containers are there, images are there. After stopping, let's see what will happen. The containers are 0 now. No Docker containers are now running, but images will be there, guys. So these images also we can remove, guys. They got disabled, but we can remove these images. Just click on this remove, or just yeah, one of the image got removed. This image also let's remove. Now there are no Docker containers or there are no Docker images now. So this got removed or not? Yeah, it got removed. Now come back here. Just run Docker images. No Docker images. Docker PS. No Docker containers running. Now simply say Docker system prune. System prune. Final cleaning stuff, guys. To see if anything is left out, it will clean down. You see nothing is there. So nothing is there, guys. Okay. With this simple command, the Docker got this Selenium got closed down. Okay. That's how we can stop Selenium from running from our in our machine. So hope, guys, you understood how to set up auto scaling of Selenium Grid on Docker containers using Selenium in this session. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye.